What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing my 5 favorite high-end foundations. I figured I would just kind of test the waters with a video like this, and if it's something that you guys enjoy, I'll definitely expand on it. I could do my 5 favorite drugstore foundations, concealers, bronzers, so on and so forth. I just kind of wanted to see if this is something that you guys would want me to turn into a series, just because my favorite products are always changing, and you know, I might have 5 favorite foundations completely different in like 6 months. So it could be fun to see how things change. Before we get into this video, please make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel so that you can stay updated whenever I upload new videos. And also make sure that you guys come follow me on Instagram, because you will find me on Instagram whenever I'm not on my channel. So other than that, I don't have anything else to say, so let's just get into the video, I guess. So I want to get things kicked off with a favorite of many years, and that is the Nars Sheer Glow Foundation. Now you guys can tell I have 2 different shades because I'm anywhere in between the shades Stromboli and Tahoe. Tahoe is my darkest shade and Stromboli is my lightest shade. I like to have the 2 of them to always ensure a more customized match and make sure that it always is perfect. Now, the thing that I love about this foundation is its versatility and the way it looks on the skin. Sheer Glow is really unbeatable in the way it can make your skin look so luminous, so hydrated, soft, plush, plump, and it really provides this, sorry, my nose is so itchy, I think I have a brush hair up there. It really provides the skin with this gorgeous light coverage. It's anywhere in between like light to medium, but the coverage is just so beautiful and it never looks cakey. And I'm not kidding when I tell you guys that so many times I've been wearing this foundation and someone has either like stopped me or just randomly asked me, what are you wearing on your skin? And they always say something along the lines of, I can tell you're wearing makeup, but it doesn't look like makeup. Like, I can tell that you have it on, but it doesn't look cakey or really apparent. So it's a very beautiful foundation that looks amazing in photography, even flash photography, and it looks so great on camera when I'm filming and all that stuff, and even more beautiful in person. It is honestly my go-to. I absolutely love it. For me, because I have dry skin, this works all seasons, but it has a satin finish, so if you want to make it look dewy, you can put a setting spray on top, and if you want it to be more on the truly matte side, you can put a powder on top. So absolutely love this, and like I said, it's anywhere in between light to medium coverage, but if you build it up to full coverage, I think you can do that, but you just lose the appeal of the foundation being that sheer glow. Next up, we have another favorite from Nars. This is the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. Now, in this foundation, I am in the shade Barcelona, and I find that it's pretty versatile, and I can wear it even when I'm really tan or really pale. I just always kind of manage to find a way to make it work for my skin tone no matter where it's at. Now, this is honestly kind of like Sheer Glow's sister. It's very similar to Sheer Glow, except it can build up to like a really full flawless coverage, and it sets down to a slightly more matte finish but still manages to keep that radiance to it. I don't know how Nars can create these beautiful like satin finish foundations but keep them looking radiant on the skin, and this is seriously amazing wear time. I can put this on really early in the morning and go out at night, and I feel like I get home at like 3 a.m. and my skin still looks super awesome. And sometimes I do have to touch it up, but for the most part I don't find myself having to touch up with this foundation, and I love this for hot climates. I wore it in California a ton last year, and then I also wore it in Florida a lot last year. I wore it in New York in the hot summer. It's really just a foundation that I can put on my face and don't have to worry about setting it, don't have to worry about it fading off throughout the day. And it's almost like the more I wear it, the better it starts looking on my skin, and I really start seeing that true radiant finish from it when my oils and my skin start kind of seeping through. I would say coverage wise, this is definitely going to be medium to full. You can of course sheer it out as with any other foundation, but you definitely get like a nice true medium to full coverage with this one. Next favorite is from Bobbi Brown. So this is the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation. I wear the shade Warm Natural, which is 4.5. Now, all of these foundations are dry skin approved. Your girl has really dry skin, so you know that these are all dry skin approved, but this one is my go-to when I have really dry skin. I like this whenever my skin is, you know, whatever my skin concern is, I like this regardless, but especially when my skin is really dry, because this has like a really creamy, almost gel-like formulation, so it doesn't cling to dry patches. It really gives my dry patches a more hydrated, plumped up effect on the skin. And what I really love about this foundation is its flexibility. And when I say flexibility, I mean I can have all these like dry, clingy patches. I can move my eyes, move my forehead, my mouth, and this foundation never settles into lines. It never cracks or crumbles. It's very long wearing, and it has a beautiful light to medium coverage, but it just makes your skin look like skin. You can build it up so that you get that like more flawless finish, but just on its own, it just evens out your skin tone. It always manages to look truly skin-like and has a great flexible formula so that it moves with your face without cracking or crumbling. I like the finish of this. I would say it's more of a dewy satin finish, which I really like, but when you put powder on top, you can get it to that matte finish. But you guys can kind of tell now, I really like more of a radiant finish in foundation. Okay, so next up I want to talk about a newer favorite. This is the Milk Makeup Blur Liquid. Now in this I wear the shade Golden Sand, and this is actually more of a foundation that I honestly, the first time I tried it, I thought I wasn't gonna like it, but I absolutely fell in love because this is a matte finish and it is pretty truly matte, which I thought was gonna really like not look good on my skin, but this looks so good. It's not a chalky looking matte. It's matte. It doesn't make my skin look dry. It doesn't emphasize dry patches, and it does have a really amazing look on the skin. It kind of is like a foundation that already has a built-in powder. So this will make any type of powder product that you put on top of it look airbrushed on your skin. And because it is matte, I feel like I get a lot of staying power from this one. I wore this and I actually put the Lancome setting spray on top, and because of the almost like powdery silicone-y feeling of this foundation, it just made my skin look airbrushed, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think I really love this Milk foundation. I've been using it with illuminators, mixing in some of that Vichy 89, and I feel like the formulation is really manipulated to whatever I want it to do. I love the coverage, and the staying power on this is just absolutely awesome. So this has been a really great new favorite. Another that I've really loved for at least a year or so is the Hourglass Vanish stick. This is the best stick foundation I've tried so far. I've kind of always shied away from stick foundations because they just always look so cakey, and I don't know if it's my skin type, but I never felt like they really worked out for me until I tried this one. It is incredible. The coverage on this is anywhere from light to full, flawless, full coverage to where you can hide anything with it. So I will sometimes even use this to just put all over my entire face and then use my lighter stick to conceal, and they just melt together perfectly, and then they don't really look like anything on the skin. And that's why they call it the Vanish stick, because if you really buff this into the skin, it again just molds with the own texture of your skin and kind of melts into your skin, and it looks like you're not even wearing makeup at all, but still manages to have a really nice radiant finish. And the staying power on this is awesome as well. I tend to always powder with this one just because it is a little bit more creamy, so I do find that it has sometimes slid around, but other than that, no major problems. And what I really like this for is when I want to look like full coverage, flawless. If I just want to have like a little bit of coverage, I'll just do like 2 swipes on each quadrant of the face, and I feel like that gives me all the coverage that I need. But this really can give you that hydrated, like wet looking skin with a lot of coverage. So it's amazing. It's got a ton of coverage, and I just think that that's the best stick foundation that I've tried. So it's made me less scared of stick foundation, and it's made me want to try more stick foundations. It's just the few that I had tried prior to that one, I was like, oh my god, this is awful. But yeah, guys, those are the 5 current favorite foundations that I have in the high-end genre. If you have any questions regarding these foundations, let me know. I will always do my best to get back to you. I will have all of them linked and listed in the description box for you guys. If you want me to continue this and do a series out of this, like do drugstore foundations, high-end concealers, drugstore concealers, high-end bronzers, drugstore bronzers, you know, I think it could be pretty fun, and we could really expand on this, and maybe I do it every 6 months or something if something drastic changes and I have like 5 completely new what did I just say? 5 completely new favorites. So I think that's everything I wanted to say in this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!